Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Geoguessr. We are playing a diverse world today. It's a map by map or 3-minute time limit. This video was supposed to be up on Monday. Sadly, due to some unfortunate news, it was not. And then Tuesday, yesterday, I just didn't have it in me. For those of you who are in the Discord, you will have known that we had to put down my cat. It turns out he was diagnosed with bone cancer, and we had 23 hours from the news to spend time with him due to the cancer being towards his, I don't even fucking know. Whatever it was, it stopped him from being able to go to the bathroom. So he was uncomfortable, and it was only going to get worse, and he was too old to be able to safely perform any surgery on him. And that is why I have not been here for the past few days. Now, obviously, this video is coming out on the Wednesday. It's going to be a little bit late. We are in Ukraine, by the way. We have the Ukraine car, but I'm curious as to what this border crossing is. But the video is here. We are here. You know, things happen, but sometimes it's easier to move on and to go back to how things used to be. I think we're over by Belarus, by the way. Although, this probably makes the most sense. It probably does. We do have town names we could try and find. This is obviously the Ukraine. Be pecked in 55. Yeah, that's over here then. Over by Brest. So we should be, I guess, over here. But we are going to do our best to continue at normal schedule. Obviously, it might be easier said than done, but we're gonna try our best. If things don't work out, things don't work out. But streams should be back to normal schedule. Speaking of, a buddy of mine, the guy I work for, wants me to start working Tuesday and Thursday mornings, which would be basically 10 a.m. to noon. He wants me basically there in, I don't know, for whatever fucking reason, 2 hours. But I do actually work later on in the day. He just wants me there on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the morning, and then I'll be home around 12:30, and then I'll be back at his around 5. So we're probably going to take care of that, which means Tuesdays and Thursday streams. I think this is exactly where we are, by the way. Tuesday and Thursday streams are now going to be 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern, which is just 1 hour later. We were close, but not close enough to get the perfect score. But it looks like Screenshot the World also went a little bit too far. Not a bad score, if you ask me, but could have been a little bit better. Is this Iceland? We have the back of the car. We have relatively openness. We have the language. Do we have the bollards, though? We're on the right-hand side. We don't have a roof rack, which would have been the Faroe Islands. I guess it could be Norway still? I'm almost positive this is Iceland. But yeah, so that is the news for the day. I do apologize for not having anything Monday or Tuesday. But at that point, I definitely couldn't have recorded anything. We did try to stream earlier today for those of you who were with us. We dropped about 40,000 frames in an hour. And most of those frames are dropped towards the end of the 1 hour stream. We would have gone longer if we could have. But, oh my god, Monsters University? It's literally even pointing us to where we are. Which looks like it's up here. Shit. But, not much I can do about the ISP. Verizon released a new statement saying that they were planning to get in here. You ready for this? Fall to winter 2020. So, the first day of fall is officially in a month. It's like 28 days or something. I forget if it's the 22nd, 23rd, or 24th of this year. But it is coming soon rather than later, which means Verizon's probably not planning to move in until November. There is not a bollard. So hopefully we can switch ISPs sooner rather than later, because I'm just having a lot of fucking problems. a lot of fucking problems. But it should be, I'm going to say normal. I don't even know if normal is the right way to fucking put it. We shouldn't have to worry about too many differences. I mean, obviously the ISP is shit. But switching ISPs, I don't think is too much of a hassle. Or at least I'm hoping it's not too much of a hassle. So hopefully we don't miss any days, and if we do, hopefully it's only one. I haven't seen anything that says, you know, what town we're in. I'm pretty confident this is Iceland. That sign's probably what we want to see. Reykjavik is 11 kilometers away, so we're actually really close to here. Also on 41 near Hartfunch. So we should be down, right? That's how I see that. Is that 11 kilometers? Because it's not a dotted, which means we have to be on 41. So we're somewhere over here. Maybe a little bit closer. Maybe a little bit closer. That's like 11 kilometers. And we end up being 2 kilometers off. It does end up being more of a north straight. North-south over by Moshelid. So we are currently down 2 points. It's not bad. Feels British. We do have yellow license plates in the back. Obviously, Scotland, Wales, still a big possibility. White in the front, yellow in the back. That definitely points us to that direction. We do have some hills and some mountains. We are going to try to find some language. As of right now, everything's going to be English, and that's not a problem. I'm looking to see if there's any, like, Welsh or Scottish that is discernible. Sometimes we find signs, sometimes we don't. Like that, I can assure you. Is that Northern Irish? It shouldn't be. Although it very well could be. The concern I have is, while yes, Northern Ireland is part of the UK, is there something we could tell to differentiate it between the rest of the country? Because this feels like your typical UK row houses. We have the typical UK fucking red telephone booth. You know, like all of these things are pointing me to typical UK, but that language back there makes sense to be Northern Ireland. Same with the Bank of Ireland. I don't think you're going to see the Bank of Ireland in the UK. Now, Ireland uses white license plates in the front and white license plates in the back. So does that lead credibility that this has to be North Ireland? Can we find Tobermoor and Money Naney and Margaritaville? Maybe. B41. I don't see any B's, which means it could actually be actual Ireland. That's a problem. Money Naney. I feel like those should be decent enough to see him from a distance. Fucking A. Is it gonna be one of? It's gonna be one of these bullshits. A43. So we know they exist. We don't need to look for the big numbered. We need to find the small numbers, and we need to find the B's. I don't know if Money Naney. Okay, Money Naney is to our west. Tobermoor is to our north, and Margaritaville is to our east. So we should be in between these three. Maybe that puts us in Desert Martini or Draperstown. I'm not too sure. Let's see if we can find a sign that points us to what city we were just in. Money Naney and then Plumbridge. Can we see a Plumbridge from where we are? I don't. And I also don't see Omega. Homage, maybe? Homage makes sense. So let's go Desert Martini because it's a funny fucking name. Although Straw or Draperstown, possible. It does end up being Draperstown. We do have the better guess. Screenshot the World does go further north. But Draperstown. I didn't see anything that said Draperstown. Maybe you guys did, but at least we found Money Naney, Tobermoor, and Margaritaville. So that was, I guess, a decent guess. These are kind of cool. I don't think you see this too often. This should be South America. We do have the back of the black car. It's probably going to be Chile. Although that is Argentina right there. We have water to our east, which kind of gets rid of Chile unless we go for the Tierra del Fuego. Maybe we could find a flag. But blue and white? How about license plates? Those are black license plates. It's Argentina. It felt like the Tierra del Fuego. I guess that's a good place to guess. It's not very desert-y, which really puts us in between, you know, the Tierra del Fuego, because it has some hills, or we go all the way up near the Argentina-Uruguay border, and I feel like that could be a problem. I think we did just pass flags. We did, but neither of these flags are a state flag. They all kind of look like, I don't even know, religious flags because of that cross. Maybe we can find a town name. This is actually a pretty nice town. I like it. It's nice. It's well organized. Everything seems to be kept well. I wish we saw more people outside, but what can you do? Probably taken, I don't know, middle of the workday. Soda y agua, so soda and water, and San Gabriel. Can we find a San Gabriel kind of where we want to guess? It doesn't really... I would probably not go further than Comodoro. Unless we go all the way up here. Which might be a play. The only other problem is San Gabriel might be the name of the store and not the name of the town. Which is definitely possible. So we are going to look for anything that can, I don't know, point us in the right direction. And if that right direction just happens to be North Argentina, we'll do it. But something about this is telling me south. Like, maybe we'll go over here a little bit more. The Royal Gallegos, maybe. Although, over here might be a better play. We did see the water to our east. It's pretty fucking close. Punta Loyola, maybe? If it ends up being down here in the Tierra del Fuego, you know, shit happens. If it ends up being a lot further north, you know, maybe I need to get my eyes checked. It just feels like south. That might... Puerto Santa Cruz. That's actually where we are. So can we find Puerto Santa Cruz in 15 fucking seconds? Not even 15 seconds. Puerto Santa Cruz, we can. Right on the water. Hopefully that's a good guess. And it looks like me and Screenshot guessed literally the same spot. Half a block apart. $49.99. I'm glad we saw that welcome to Puerto Santa Cruz, and I'm glad we kind of knew it had to be south, because that allowed us to quickly swoop in with 8 seconds and get a decent score. And then the final round, which I think we have a 400-point lead. Feels like it could be South America again. That's Corona. Sun is to the... there. It exists. My thought process originally was Mexico. Mainly because of the Corona, but that doesn't actually mean too much. Except now it says Mexico 54 and Guadalajara, which should be right here. And Atitanic, I've never heard of. But if we can find 54, which we can generally find it. Looks like Guadalajara is to our south, and Atitanic is to our north? Where would that be? How far away? Not too sure. It's actually probably to our west. What does this wonderful sign say? We have Zacatecas and Malpaso, which both have distances on them. Here's Zacatecas, which is 37 kilometers to our north. And then we need Malpaso, which, right here, 17 kilometers. So we should be, let's see, that should be 20. So we should be on this stretch over here. If we return to start, there was a road, but it doesn't look like they have a road name or number attached to it. So we would have to go along 54 and assume it's one of these crossroads. It might be correct, it might not be. Obviously, there's a bus stop here, so we've got to have some kind of decent thing to it. What does this tell us? This just tells us Fresnillo and Saltillo. We already generally know where we are. That's not an issue. This should be the turn to Atitanic, which is 6 kilometers away. So if we could find Atitanic somewhere here, that should be to... fuck. Like, our northwest? Atitanic anywhere? What the fuck? No, it should be to our east. Atitanic should be out here. And it's not. But it's not further than Malpaso. Unless I'm fucking up this compass. No, we're going north. We are going north to Malpaso. So south of that has to be wherever the fuck we are. I think that's not a bad guess, but there are other roads that it could be. Fuck. I think our guess is fine. I think we're gonna win this. I think we have it. I think we have it in the bag. Not the right road. It does end up being the road a little bit further north. With the road on the other side of the road. Here's Atitanic, which I guess I'm just really bad today, but you know what? Shit just happens. We do get a better off score. 42 points off of a perfect score is not bad. Screenshot the World doing a very great game. We're beating them by 126 points. Bo in third at 24, fourth 33. It looks like South America. Argentina gave it to you. Torres in fourth. Looks like it was Argentina. Martin in fifth. Looks like it was the UK to Northern Ireland. And then Scribbles in sixth at 19,598. Going with North. Actually, going with Bolivia instead of Argentina. And going with the UK instead of North Ireland. Not bad. Honestly, not bad at all. Obviously, we did talk about a lot of stuff in the beginning. So if you guys skipped past that to go see the results screen, feel free to check that out. We should be live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. And that will be probably the case until the end of the year, because I don't see myself doing Tuesdays, Thursdays until, like, I don't know, 2021. So January 1st, we'll call it back to normal. Or whenever my buddy tells me that he doesn't need me at 10 o'clock in the morning for 2 hours, 2 days a week. We'll see what happens, though. Who knows, but things just happen. But thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for all your well wishes. It really does mean a lot to me. Hopefully, you know, things work out for the better, but you never know what's going to happen. And as of right now, everyone's kind of just depressed. But until tomorrow, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. And bye-bye.